Hi, this is Steve Lachance with Integrity Mortgage. I'm here today with David Fournier from Keller Williams Realty, the Manchester team. And David, thank you for joining me today. Can you tell me what the hot topics are right now? There's a lot of stuff going on, but what's the hottest thing you're seeing right now? Now, David, you're a listing agent.
Correct.
Primary listing agent.
Correct.
And so you have a different perspective than I do. So let's keep that theme in mind. As a loan officer, you're going to hear me talk about what does a buyer need to know.
Right.
But I think buyers don't often get to hear what the sellers are thinking when they're looking at a transaction. So tell me what's hot right now.
So when I go into a property and start talking with somebody about listing their home, I get a whole array of questions about what should we do to list the property. Some folks come through and, hey, I don't want to do anything to this property. I want to sell it as is, let folks know as is. I just want out. I'm done with this house. I want to move on. Other folks are very handy. They want to do different things and they want to get their house ready to try to maximize dollars. So it really depends on the motivation of the seller, what they want to get out of it, where they're at in their life and those types of things. So we look at all those aspects, but probably the most common thing that I hear is, hey, I want to get as much money as I can for this property and do as little as possible, right? So, and it makes sense. So the first couple things that I usually advise somebody to do, and this just takes a little bit of effort, is declutter and clean, do a deep clean. And we even have some associates that we work with that can come in and clean your house for you for a few $100s. So
I got to tell you, I think that's so worth it because I've heard this for years and selling a home of my own, even when I'm done cleaning, have a friend come through, look at it, and just point out all the stuff that you don't think are a big deal, but they'll pick up on.
Sure.
Because when you think it's clean, clean it again.
Yeah.
There's always more. I mean, white glove treatment maybe, but the Disney sparkles do make a difference. When I'm looking at a home, I don't care so much about the age of the home. I look at how well was it kept.
Yeah.
That's a big factor for me.
If you want to find out how dirty a house is, just look at the baseboard. Looking at the baseboard gives a real good indication. Are there scuff marks? Is it dirty? Is it dusty? Has it been wiped down? And then the other thing is pull back carpets. Carpets cover a lot of stuff. Some of the things you'll find when you peel back a carpet can be pretty scary. So those are a couple good tips to go by. So typically the easiest thing that you can do really is declutter. And what I mean by declutter is take down personal photos, eliminate furniture.
Depersonalize is a big thing.
Exactly. Depersonalizing. Eliminate a lot of the furniture that's in the house that clutters it up. The bigger an area you can make it feel, somebody can come in and feel like this house is big.
Right.
I can move in. My things will fit here. If it feels cluttered and small, it starts to get suffocating. And people can come in. When they come in, they look at that and it feels like this house isn't the right house for me. It's too small.
Right. And they have a hard time visualizing where their things are even going to go.
Yeah, thinning and decluttering. So, and that goes hand in hand with staging. And sometimes staging is appropriate. Sometimes it's not. If it's kind of your average home right now that there's going to be a lot of buyers at, staging is not nearly as important. Maybe a specialty home like a lakefront property or a higher end home or something that has a little bit of a unique niche where you might need to attract some more buyers. But right now we've got so many buyers and so few homes that it's not as important to stage your property.
And that brings up a great point because if you're selling a home right now or you're thinking about selling your home and you've been waiting because the market is hot and you know that, but you've been waiting because you want springtime to hit, you want the snow to be gone, you want to clean up. I get that. But do I really need to put that kind of maximum effort? If I want to sell a home, from what I'm hearing, if you're going to get top dollar anyway, do you really have to paint your house, paint the rooms back to a neutral color? Is that real? I mean, sometimes maybe, but is it really necessary in the vast majority of homes?
The vast majority, no. And that's a good question because I get that a lot too. The next level of cleaning and getting a house ready would be start looking at paint, wall coloring, trim, flooring, and that would be the next level. And then beyond that, some structural changes and things like that.
And I would imagine it's just like anything else you're selling. If you're already able to get top dollar anyway, is it really necessary to take it to the next level? If you're already going to hit that, you struck oil, stop drilling. And the same thing when I'm looking at my parents sold their home last year, 2 years ago, and when they did, they held off. Their preparation was holding them off for something as simple as we need to paint that deck out back, and I'm going to wait until that's painted. I'm like, don't wait, get it on the market. You're going to paint it anyway, and someone's not even going to like the color.
That's right.
So let's just see what happens. And they got way more than asking price on it, so it really didn't matter. They didn't have to do a thing.
Yeah, and what happened? The homeowner is going to know the ins and outs and the warts and the ugly pieces of their home that they don't want anybody else to see when they try to sell it. And what happens is you end up looking through a microscope and worrying about the hundreds of dollars and leaving the potential thousands of dollars that you could capture from the sale of a property in the market that it's in. Yeah. So it's really it's penny smart and dollar dumb.
There's a lot of that. So great advice. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Good talking with you, Steve.
Yeah, thanks again. Bye, guys.